Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another interesting knife review slash knife overview to share with you guys. This is the Vosteed Marten, a button-operated compression lock knife through Vosteed that, if you're watching this video at the time that I uploaded it, is actually available. I'm going to tell you right now at the beginning of the video, yeah, this is a really great knife. The price tag is also good. Vosteed seems to only make really, really great stuff. And it's nice, you know, especially considering their price points are very reasonable and their quality is so high. So I am going to recommend this knife, but I'm going to go over it if anybody who wants to hear all the little itty-bitty details, absolutely. But yeah, this is a good knife. Thanks so much to Vosteed for sending this in for me to take a look at. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's go ahead and I'll put the links for this in the description. They actually have a bunch of different configurations. So if you don't like the green aluminum, right, you can check out all the different versions that they have. The overall length of this knife is coming in at 6.75 inches, which makes it sound really, really tiny. But because of the big open ergonomic profile, it's actually really comfortable in a full grip. Blade length is 3 inches on the dot. Cutting edge is about it's just over 2.5, 2.6 maybe. How about some size comparisons? Any custom scales you find in this section can be found down in the description under Original Goat and Others up against the 8010 and my own Excalibur. It looks really tiny compared to these knives, but these knives are on the larger side at about 8.5 inches overall. Let's put it up against the Spyderco PM2 and the Spyderco Para 3. It is much closer to the size of the Para 3. And even though the Para 3 is a much larger knife, let's look at specifically the total amount of cutting edge. Marten is very, very similar. It also has an almost identical handle profile, like where your hand actually engages. Yeah, the handle's longer, but it's like this extra long butt ends back here that you're not, unless you're choked way back here, you're not usually engaging with. So there's actually kind of some unnecessary parts of the Spyderco that could be shaved down, and it would be literally exactly the same. So it is on the smaller side, but it doesn't handle like a tiny knife. I would say it's on the lower end of medium. Let's go ahead and put it up against the Benchmade Griptilian, or in this case, the Ritter Hogue and the Hogue Deca. How's the action of this knife? It's very good. This utilizes Vosteed's button-operated compression lock, which is not a liner lock. It's actually the tab slides in behind this tang here, much like how the Spyderco compression lock operates. These locking systems I've talked about many, many times are, in my opinion, vastly superior to a lot of the standard locking systems that we see in the knife world, including liner locks, frame locks, plunge locks, etc. That they just work really well. So awesome and super duper reliable. It's also fun to push the button and watch the blade drop smoothly into the closed position. The thumb stud is a nice size. It's got some tapered steps there, and it is very easy to engage with. And because this is a button-operated compression lock and not a plunge lock, you actually have a detent ball, which makes the action super duper satisfying and snappy and all of that. It's exactly what you think it is, and it's exactly what you expect and want it to be. So yeah, good. Let's go and do carry profile. Thickness up against the Spyderco Para 3. It's about the same. This is contoured, which is really nice. Length and height up against the PM2 and Para 3. This is a ridiculously easy to carry object. Despite having the same ergonomic space and the same overall cutting edge length as the Spyderco Para 3, it is vastly more compact, and the Para 3 is already a nice compact knife. It's nowhere near the same size as the PM2. Let's go ahead and do let's check the blade stock thickness real quick while I can see the calipers while they're not lost. Blade stock thickness is coming in at 113 thousandths, so definitely on the thinner side. Let's do a hardware check, get out my tools. My tools are very inexpensive and very recommendable. You can find them right down in the section of my description that talks about the tools I use on this channel, as well as the pinned comment. I'm going to guess that's a T8, and I'm right. We have T8 for the body screws as well. Just one there, and then the pocket clip screws are going to, I think those are T6. No, they're T8.
Vosteed using T8 clip screws. Look at you guys go. Thank God. Awesome. One size to do the whole thing. Easy. Why isn't everybody doing this? Thank you, Vosteed. Holy moly. Very simple construction. Compression locks are not difficult to deal with. Knives that are constructed in this way are super simple, and everything's T8 and it's minimal hardware. That's exactly what you want. Perfect. As long as you have the right tools for the job, you should be good to go. Let's weigh it. What are we looking at for materials here? We're looking at contoured and beautifully machined aluminum. There's a few options, but aluminum. We have aluminum backspacer, and then we have 154 cm for the blade steel, which is great. I love 154 cm. It's one of the most balanced EDC steels out there. It's not going to win any awards in the edge retention department. It's not going to win any awards in the corrosion resistance department, and it's not going to win any awards in the toughness department, but it's got a nice balance of everything. There's actually quite a few steels that kind of meet, that same definition. And they're all great for EDC because they're just super duper friendly. It's kind of like a set it and forget, just use the knife, clean it off sometimes and touch it up sometimes. You're good to go. Weight is 3 ounces, which is exactly the line for, that's where I'd start to call it ultra lightweight. I think that's awesome. Your balance is probably going to be slightly butt heavy. Not really though. Pretty darn good. So we have, the reason I say this because it would be like aluminum plus the steel internals. But I guess the blade is helping to balance that out a little bit. Really, really nice. Okay, we've done the hardware check. We've done all that stuff. Meat and potatoes time. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're just taking the wheel and making it really, really nice and making it the better value. And we're making it more reliable. It's still the wheel. It's just a better wheel. And it doesn't cost as much. This is a $99 knife with beautifully machined aluminum scales, a ridiculously dependable locking system that is stupidly simple to operate, an equally simple to operate deployment system that does not get in the way while you're cutting because it's not a flipper tab and you can utilize this choke up position. It's also not in the cutting path. We have a nearly fully flat ground blade that is fairly thin behind the edge. We have jimping that extends out to a position that complements the index finger position. We have a nice stonewashed finish on it. In fact, overall, the fit and finish on this knife is very, very good. It's very pretty. It's nice to look at. Nothing feels unfinished. I particularly love the contouring with this texturing here. It is meaningful. It's not just for looks. It does feel just really, really good. We have ambidextrous mounting positions for the pocket clip, which is excellent because lefties can enjoy this knife. Left-handed people, you do need to be cognizant of where your hands are while you're gripping because right-handed people, you're not going to naturally have your fingers land on that button and cause accidental disengagement. If you are left-handed, though, you will operate this button with your index finger, and when you are using the knife in the standard grip, you're okay. Choked up, it is possible to apply enough pressure to accidentally disengage this knife. Though I will tell you, it takes an extreme amount of squeezing, and you really got to be right on top of that button. The amount of travel required before it disengages is quite a bit. So you're probably okay, just be aware of it. Pocket clip. Vosteed's typical pocket clip. They do an excellent job. In and out of the pocket is fine, despite it sitting on top of the texturing. I'm in cargo pants today. Stupidly easy. Stupidly easy. Stupidly smooth. Awesome. Little tiny bit of shouldering there. There's the stop pin in its traditional position. No blade play up, down, left, or right. It does run on bearings. You could probably figure that out. No lock stick. No pivot lash. Nice and smooth. Very smooth operation. Click into the closed position. Perfect centering. No detent lash. This is a really nice knife. Vosteed, keep doing exactly what you're doing. Switch it up with the design sometimes. $99 I think is perfectly fair for this. This is a really dependable, straightforward EDC tool. And yeah, we've seen this profile a million times, but Vosteed is doing this better than 99.9% of the market at this price point because they decided early on to take advantage of the fact that the compression lock patent had ended. No brainer. That's why they're winning. They will keep winning with this stuff until everybody is doing it, which that day will come. Everybody will do this, right? But this is a huge winner. If you're a fan of lightweight, compact EDC knives that are dependable, have good locking systems, have good materials, and that are easy to manipulate. Basically, no brainer, get it out, do the job, put it away, go about your day. The Marten, along with a bunch of other products from Vosteed, all of their stuff is great. But this is also great, and it's very recommendable. It's going to go in my most recommended knives playlist. It's not a budget knife. It's not 75 or less, and I don't think that they could have gotten there with these materials. 154 cm is not D2, right? Or 14C28, and to my knowledge, it is still more expensive. And they are contouring and machining the aluminum. It's very nice. The implementation of the button-operated compression lock is going to add things in there as well. But I think they're doing an awesome job. And if this is too much for you, then check out some of their actual budget options that utilize this locking system as well. They definitely have plenty. If you're not familiar with Vosteed, please go check them out. This is one of the most recommendable companies for legitimately everybody, but especially beginners, people who are new to the knife world. This is a good place to have the bar set, to understand what's out there, what can be purchased for, not a ton of money, because you really can get an excellent knife for under 100 or, under 75 in many, many cases, under 50 sometimes. Anyways, very recommendable. Check it out. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.